I had someone contact me wanting more details of the pulleys and such like, so seeing as how we're all on lockdown and I've got bugger all else to do, I thought I'd give you some dimensions. I don't know if you can read that. 10.73 millimeters. A lot of it was determined by how I could work it on the lathe. 12.6 there. The actual depth of the groove 5.24. Now the angle of the slope on here, it was tricky. They didn't seem to give it on the spec for the belt, so I actually got onto the manufacturer and I'll edit that onto the video so you can see. Now onto the motor spindle. Well, you can see how I've grub screwed it on there, and the problem is the motor shaft doesn't actually stick out that far. What I've done is extend the centre of this aluminium pulley as a bush that goes in as far as it can right into the motor to give it something to align up on, because you can see if I look down there it overhangs the end of the shaft quite considerably, which is sort of slightly worrying, but it seems to work out perfectly alright. Well, the dimensions of this should be the same as the dimensions of the other, really. I can't get my vernier in to measure it particularly well. Hopefully that's enough info. Making the keyway was a bit of a pig. I did it on the lathe. Would probably have been easier to... I think the easier way would probably to use a mill, get it set up on the mill, and mill a slot going that way, but obviously it would have a round bottom, so go as deep as you can that way, and then grind up a square edged cutter and just take the corner, put the corners in on the lathe, if you see what I mean. Trying to machine the whole slot out was a bit iffy. It seemed to do it, did it all right on this one, but I struggled on the one on the big pulley, but it worked in the end. This is actually, it's not that tight. I can, if I get my fingers under there, I can lift it up and pop it out, but seems to run fine. That's about it really. Hopefully that's enough information. But as I said, the key thing is the belt. You can work everything out from the belt, and a bit of cardboard aided design and drawing arcs and things. You can see how I marked it all up on the aluminium base plate, and you know, sort of worked it out from there. That also shows the motor pivots there and swings in an arc, you know, to cover the different distance between the two pulleys. All works pretty well. I hope that gives enough info anyway.